Hello beautiful people of the world, today I'm coming at you with another video and this one is similarities and differences, major differences that I saw when I went to America about a month ago and the few shocks that I received. So if you're interested, just keep on watching. Disclaimer, I know, I am aware that it is called the United States of America. They're states, every single state is different, so yes, it is different in every state, but this is just the experiences that I had, so I'm not saying the whole of the United States is like this. So number one is the lines. The lines there are absolutely freaking mental. New York always has these lines. I was shook, like, if I go to Starbucks, 100% you guys are obsessed with your Starbucks. Of course there is a line there. There's always lines. If you go anywhere and you're waiting for something, you are waiting for something. Toilet lines and toilet lines. Like, usually sometimes there is just emptiness in Australia. The one time that I saw emptiness was when we went to the Bronx Zoo. Supreme! Oh my god, you guys, Supreme! I'm sorry, people are gonna get offended by this, but Supreme isn't even that lit in New York. It's lit, but like, I wouldn't be standing in line. These people, especially in the one that I saw, just mini story, we were just walking and there's a Supreme store, right? But there's like a 3-person line. I'm like, oh, that's not bad. So they're huge guys and we stand behind them. And then the security guy's like, no, you guys have to go around the corner of the street. The line starts there. So we go there and there's just the mat and I'm like, hell no. Like, I get that it's Supreme. I get that I think that there's only like one in New York or one in America. I don't know. Like, I don't know. But like, it's just a bit ridiculous to me. We walk past the Supreme, like, we're not even gonna go in. Like, it was like this tiny little store with like 5 items in it and they only let like 2 people in. Number 2, the lack of toilets. There were toilets in museums, there were toilets in zoos, and there were toilets in Starbucks. Freaking Buck. That's a whole other demon to talk to you about. But I would have to get a coffee every time I needed to pee. Like, granted, I wouldn't go every single hour, but like, there are no public toilets. In Australia, if you guys don't know, there are toilets everywhere, like on every block there's public toilets. But what if you want to shop all day? Like, we were shopping every single day and like, you know, do you know, I was busting just all the freaking time. Number 3, the shopping and the prices compared to Australia was an absolute shock for me. Like, I was shooketh. First of all, I had a list of what I wanted specifically to buy because I was running out of a lot of things and I just wanted to shop in New York. Let me tell you that I bought 95% of those things and I had a big and very detailed and very specific list. So with that being said, that means that America has so much variety. The clothing there is just so beautiful. Oh, by the way, I got this from New York in Brandy Melville. Holla! There's so much to choose from. It's so creative. It's so different. Whoever ships things, I just feel like Australia gets the scraps because it's hard for me to shop in Australia. I feel like I don't find what I want, what I like, just because there's not a lot to choose from. And not even nice, like the brands are great. There's a bigger variety of the brands. Like Tommy Hilfiger, you can't find Tommy Hilfiger practically anywhere in Australia. There's a lot of Tommy Hilfiger. Like stuff like that is great. Also the prices, like Century 21 got me feeling some type of ways. It really got me feeling some type of ways because we don't have anything like that. Another thing is the number 4, I guess, but it's kind of tying into number 3, is the variety in the supermarkets. The supermarkets be litty committee as hell. Like, you come to buy one type of, you know, contact solution, because there's just contact solution. I'm looking at contact solution. There's maybe like 10 different brands of contact solution, and I'm just like, come to mommy, you know, give me someone else sales, you know what I'm saying? Whereas you go to Coles or Woolworths, which is like the main chain, you know what I'm saying? And it's like 2 things on the shelf, like fully stocked, but you know what I'm saying? Like what if I want another brand? Huh? You can't supply it to me. There's just the 2. Like, whereas in America it's like 10. Number 5, everything is so much cheaper, like, because our currency is just so effed, I think. A clear, amazing example of this is, I love sneakers. So I wanted to get the Adidas NMD R1s or R2s, and they're very inaccessible in Australia. There's only 1 or 2 stores in the whole of Sydney that sells them, and Sydney's a huge place, so you have to go, like, from my house, I would have to travel 1 hour to get to one store and like an hour and a half to get to another store. So, and online, it costs honestly like $800, like the NMD R1s. And so when you get to America now, everything is cheap. NMD R1s are like around every single corner, and so I got mine for 130 American dollars. So that translates roughly to 170 Australian. In Australia, NMD R1s cost $200, like if you go into the store. It costs way more online. Yeah, shopping was just bliss for me. Number 6 is, I found that customer service over there was, like, you couldn't find anything in between. Either the customer service is so friendly, so nice, or it's very like passive aggressive. It's very giving me attitude. It's very like giving me dirty looks if I come into the store, like, shouldn't be here, you know what I'm saying? Number 7, the way that people talk, I find, now correct me if this is wrong, but I feel like people are more open. I want to say that a lot of people in Australia are they're very concentrated on small talk, and it does take a very long time to get in. You have to be close friends to talk about stuff like, you know, boyfriends, like this, that. I found, like, just listening into other people's conversations, like co-workers and just friends and people, the way that they talk, how they have soul, they have passion, they mean what they say. Like, I find it easier to become friends with Americans because they're so open with their lives and they're not as private as Australians and as serious. Another thing that I was just shooketh at is the amount of police officers patrolling the streets. In America, they're on every single corner of the street, of the road. You see them parked everywhere. You see them everywhere. It feels like they're honestly just standing there and watching out for if people are going to do something wrong. Whereas in Australia, you don't see a police officer. So it's called High Patrol Police. They just stand on, you know, like freeways and check for speeding. For some reason, all Australia really cares about is the road and speeding, but you never see police officers walking on the road or the street checking up on people. Police over there are like ants. There's so many of them. It's insane. And another subcategory is the army and the guns. I've never seen a gun in real life before until I went to America. But then we were walking on 5th Ave and we were walking past the Trump Tower, and there were 2 guns in like military uniform, carrying these, like, no, like, huge, like, I don't know anything about guns, and I don't even know what they're called. All I know is rifles and pistols and gun shots, what? I don't know, bullets, like, the massive ones with the ones that the military and the police use, and I was just like, this, I'm not even going to say anything political right now. Let me just walk away. Gun laws are very, very strict. Very strict. No one has guns in Australia. Even police officers, if they fire a shot, even if it's for a reason. Maybe it takes 3 days on their shift to have to fill out paperwork. So the next thing is your guys' patriotism. The flags, I counted about, I don't know, maybe 20 flags in one area, and I was just like, I understand, like, I love America too, but like, I don't need to be reminded that I'm here all the time. That's a flag, that's a very, it's not even like, it's huge, it's huge. The next thing is that they're so real, like with each other, even on the street, you know, people make jokes even though they're strangers, they just talk. If you talk to a stranger in Australia, you'd be looked at weird. Like, for example, we were walking and Stan's favourite line, if you guys saw my vlogs, was, "Hey, I'm walking here." And we were walking on 5th Ave, I think. We just are obsessed with 5th Ave. And Stan was just yelling, "Hey, I'm walking here, hey, I'm walking here." Like, not to anyone, but just, he was just yelling it. This couple was walking past, like this really attractive, tall, skinny couple. They're just like speeding along as New Yorkers do, and then he's like, "Hey, I'm walking here," to Stan, and Stan's like, "Hey, I'm walking here," and they start laughing. Oh, also another shock, but this is something that, like, you know, if you're not geographically stupid like I am, you'll get shocked hearing this, but I didn't think that there were beaches in New York. Oh, beaches and parks. Okay, don't laugh, but I thought there was just Central Park, right? And I was like, oh man, I feel sorry for these guys. Like, they don't have any nature. No, you guys have parks everywhere. Battery Park, this park, that park. There's parks everywhere. And the dogs are so cute. Like, I know every single dog deserves to be called cute, and they are cute, but these are like, I feel like there's like the high-end, like, Upper East Side dogs, but they're everywhere, and they're fluffy, and they're big, and just such cute, fluffy puppies. So those were all of my shocks and differences that I saw in America, and I compared to Australia, and I was just like, whoa, this is different. And I hope that you liked it. Make sure to comment down below what shocked you about my shocks, or what shocked you when you went to America if you're not in America, or just any comments about this video. And make sure to like and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.